AITA for telling my husband I hate his most beloved hobby? I am not the oop. Oop is you, puzzle-headed idea 236. AITA for telling my husband I hate his most beloved hobby? Originally posted to r, am I the asshole? Mood spoiler. Okay honey. Now we're going to start with a spread offense. Then I'll do a run around the end zone and finish it off with a Hail Mary. I'm taking away your whiteboard markers. Less than. Original post April 24, 2023. I am sick of hearing about the NFL draft. For years my husband was a casual fan. And I've been a pretty good sport about football season dominating our Sundays. However, this has changed drastically since COVID. 3 years ago he started watching this Brett Kallman guy. And he became obsessed with the draft. He hadn't talked this much about college football since he graduated years ago. He has this giant dry erase board in our bedroom that he calls his big board. It's ridiculous. At first I was supportive and I let him rant and explain what the draft was all about. But I'm so sick of hearing about it. He raves about PFF like they're the great gospel. But good grief. He's always in his man cave, evaluating players like he's an owner of a team. It feels like fantasy football year-round. And it has absolutely wrecked our relationship as he spends hours watching football plays and people talk about football plays. He can't even stop talking about it when we're in a public restaurant. He's constantly quizzing waiters, waitresses about their football knowledge. And it's embarrassing. Heaven forbid he sees someone at our local park with a football shirt, hat. He becomes insufferable. We went to my niece's spring soccer game. And he went off with the other dads to talk about football. My goodness. Verdict. Not the asshole. Relevant comments. Gotta know your CKN. NTA. It's okay to have something you're passionate about. But if it's obsessive to a point where there is nothing else you can talk about, that's a problem. It sounds like he's obsessing over football and impacting nearly all his relationships. God. Even wait staff aren't exempt? Does he just randomly start talking about it? Why does he feel the need to quiz people? Oop. Thank you. Something you said has sat with me today. In fact, after reflecting, I suppose really the only relationship that has suffered due to this whole thing is me. My father loves it. My brothers love talking to him. He's a sweet man, which is why I married him in the first place. I guess maybe I might be overreacting due to the fact that it's draft SCN. The draft is Thursday and I'm going to try to watch it with him. Editor's note. Brett Kallman shows up in the comments. Varian Fostate. Hi, I am actually Brett Kallman. This is my real Reddit account. Please tell your husband that I say hi and also I am sorry for ruining your marriage. But seriously though, please tell him I said hi and that I appreciate him. Oop. Hello. Brett, if this really is you, it's a pleasure to meet you. Your community has been very kind to my husband. And I am grateful for you giving my husband this joy. He doesn't have Reddit, but he was ecstatic to hear that you reached out. I'm going to need to make a few of your world-famous beverages this Thursday, Saturday. But no divorce is on the table right now. Varian Fostate. You guys sound like a lovely couple. Let him know if he's ever near LA to hit me up and we'll go grab a beer and talk football to give you a night off, haha. Or if he's near KC this week, I'll be there for the draft. Oop. Well, thank you, that's a very kind gesture. We are going to watch the first round together. So we'll see how that goes. Update. My husband and I have had some good conversations. And he is willing to compromise with me. I do think I may have overreacted slightly. I am going to get him some recording equipment for his birthday so he can start a YouTube channel, which we both agree would be a good outlet. Thank you to everyone for your comments. We will see how this goes after the draft is over Saturday. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. This reads like a clever guerrilla marketing tactic to promote Brett Kallman, whoever that is. In OOP's defense, I would have drawn the line in the sand the moment my spouse tried bringing a freaking giant dry erase board into the bedroom. Lol. My husband is into bicycles and I like spinning wheels and old Pyrex. Neither of us particularly understands the other's thing, but we know enough to keep an eye out for what the other is interested in. Anyway, trying to think what we would have to do to cause the other to make a post like this. Husband has asked if he can hang some bikes on the wall of our rumpus room. The answer was no, thanks. And I already have a display cabinet for my bowls and one can see 3 spinning wheels from where I'm sitting. Maybe I should get a whiteboard to track which 441s I'm missing. Ooh, maybe I should print my own Pyrex-themed t-shirts. I definitely have never engaged strangers or serving staff in glass talk. He's constantly quizzing waiters, waitresses about their football knowledge. And it's embarrassing. Fuck no. He is willing to compromise with me. I'd love to know what the compromise is. I hate draft anything. A couple years ago NFL draft in Nashville somehow needed to chop down all of the cherry trees that were just about ready for the Sakura festival. I still incredibly angry about that. That's a nice resolution. Better than beating him with a football or a helmet. I am going to get him some recording equipment for his birthday so he can start a YouTube channel, which we both agree would be a good outlet. I don't think that will turn out the way she hopes. I'm glad he got a YouTube channel. There aren't enough weird middle-aged dudes talking football on the internet. Peeved. Calmly reevaluating things after some time off and gaining some perspective? I specifically came here for the drama. Come on, get divorced and light the TV on fire. But seriously, good for them, they seem like good people. Glad this worked out for them. But personally? God help me, but I am not sure I would ever encounter dick so good that I could put up with a big dry erase board for football plays in the bedroom. At that point, breaking out the conspiracy theory bulletin board and string and going full Pepe Silva seems like foreplay by comparison. Dry erase board in the bedroom? Hell nah, lol. If I was this into model planes, I would expect to be divorced immediately. I overreacted. Someone who's going to realize in a few months that they have, in fact, underreacted. No. Why does Oop keep diminishing herself? Exclamation mark. Whenever I start talking about podcasting to my wife, I notice she just tunes out. She still put up an effort to hear what I eagerly try to tell her. Bless her cotton socks. But I know she really doesn't care. And it's nothing wrong with that at all. It's my hobby and she doesn't need to have the same interest in it as I have. But god damn it, I love her for putting up with me yabbing about equipment, editing software and cases I research. A dry erase board on wheels is just what I need for the house. My GF will love it. My biggest wonder is if, even now, they've made any space for one of her hobbies to have a similar role. Admittedly, she might not have any obsessions the way he does. But I mostly want to know what the compromise is beside the YouTube channel. I want to know the relationship won't remain lopsided with his interest taking more room than any of hers. That said, yay for updates where conversation fixes things. That mood spoiler makes absolutely no sense to me, but it intrigued me. Thank you. Something you said has sat with me today. In fact, after reflecting, I suppose really the only relationship that has suffered due to this whole thing is me. I guess maybe I might be overreacting due to the fact that it's draft SCN. Please tell your husband that I say hi and also I am sorry for ruining your marriage. D. Less than. I am going to get him some recording equipment for his birthday so he can start a YouTube channel. Sighs, and yet another woman steamrolled into putting her wants and needs last. Yeah, I don't think Oop was overreacting at all. Those guys are insufferable. If it was any other hobby, people would be talking about how the husband is likely on the autism spectrum. Also, having the celebrity chime in to say hi isn't going to help things at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.